Fixing. There we go. Good. All right. Okay. All right. Hello, hello. Happy Friday. I'm going to start with readings here in a bit. So if you would like a free reading, go ahead and leave a comment with your name and let me know how I can serve you today as I get myself situated. All right. Hello, 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 hello. Yes, I do. I do mediumship. Okay. Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Angelica. Happy Friday. My name is Angelica from Infinite Love Healing. I'm an Ascended Master Healer, which basically means that I've studied and trained for many, many lifetimes to do what I do here in this incarnation today. And that it's always with the intention to bring healing or catalyze transformation for the highest and best good, for someone to align to their own power, to, their own truth within. So, I definitely don't want your power as someone who's been highly, highly disempowered in many lifetimes. And in this lifetime, I definitely don't want your power. If anything, I'll help you and support you in aligning to your own power. So that is me. And so if you would like to receive a free reading, go ahead and leave a comment with your name and let me know how I can serve you today. So if you'd like just a general reading, if you would like love, health, career, the only thing I do not do is pregnancy readings. And I can also do mediumship as well. So yeah, let me know and I will get to as many as I can. Just try to remember I'm only one person. And what was the other part of that? I'm only one person and yeah, I don't remember. Oh, so the way that I actually work is that I allow spirit to kind of just tell me where to go. So I don't really choose. So please don't take it personally if I don't get to you. It's just, I'm just letting spirit kind of guide me, do the thing, so I don't have to figure out what to do. Thank you for the roses. I really, really appreciate it. Butterfly pink. Thank you so much for the roses. Okay. Hello, Jazz. Hello, hello, hello. So let me grab some water and I'm just going to start to scan through the comments so that I can just kind of feel into who I feel guided to go to. Thank you for the roses. How are you guys doing? It's Friday. Okay. So please share out the live if that feels, good to me, good to you, good to me. That's weird. Please share out the live, tap the screen. And if you're not already, please follow me. Give me a follow. Okay, I'm feeling. There's a couple that I'm feeling. Thank you. I hope you're having a great day too. Flo, I actually feel drawn to you. So you're asking for a love reading. So confirm for me in the comments that you're still here, that you're still live, because I do tend to have people that like pop in and out. So let me know that you're here and we'll do a love reading for you. Thank you guys so much for showing some love, sharing out the live. I really appreciate it. Who is I? Flo. Flo, are you here? Let me know that you're here. My hair is doing wonky things. Okay, there you are. Oof. Okay, so flow, flower girl. I like it. Okay, so flow, you connect to there your energy is. Okay, I got you. Okay, so love, love, love. So kind of what I feel for you, Flo, is that the word I kind of hear is wonky. Love kind of feels a little wonky for you. And here's the way, in the context that I mean it, is that it feels, I honestly, for a lot of the people that I read for, I do love readings for, it tends to be the same thing. So it kind of feels like there's a resistance. There's definitely a resistance there within your being. So it's like we have a lot of different aspects to ourselves, and there is an aspect within you that is like very much resistant to the idea of love. And this can actually relate back to, childhood or early developmental stages when we've seen love modeled for us, and maybe it was dysfunctional, maybe it was like whatever, right? And it feels like that's where I'm being taken for love. So it feels like maybe consciously that's something that you do want for yourself, but there is definitely an aspect within that's like, but love is defined as, controlling, as struggle. The big thing that I seem to be honing in here is like controlling. Love is controlling, love is this, love is this. So there might be some definitions that you defined as a child around love. And so that kind of defined your own relationship to love. And it feels like that needs to be redefined and just kind of reframed for if that's what you want to bring into yourself. Yeah, it does. Okay. So I get champion of coins, right? Following your heart, affection, attraction. Feels like this is something that is more towards the surface, more conscious, right? And then I get 10 of coins. And how I read this is that you see here how it says lineage, and even patriarchy over here. I actually kind of feel those popping out in my head as something was actually, there's a pattern that has been passed down through the lineages that still needs healing in relationship to love. Okay. Yeah, because we have romantic proposals here. Okay. I didn't even see that. But that's kind of what I feel for you, Flo. So there might be some healing on the on the horizon for you, as far as as you're defining love. So yeah, and typically when people come to get readings from me, that can be where they're at, is needing healing or requiring some kind of like clarity in some kind of way. So I hope that, let me know how that resonates for you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for allowing me to do what I do and to do something that I love. Okay, so if you would like a reading, please leave a message with your name, comment with your name, and how I can serve you today. General reading, love, career, health. I do not do pregnancy or mediumship, okay? You're so welcome, Flo. She said thank you. And yeah, let's see where we're... And if you would like to book a private reading with me, then you can do that through the links in my bio. I do offer many services, so you can also use those links to, kind of read about me kind of, and what I do. So there's that. Thank you guys for the love. Thank you for sharing the live. And like I said, if you do not follow me, please give me a follow. That would be great. I would love the support. Okay. And if you have a specific question, we can do those too. Okay. I'm just kind of scrolling through the comments. Okay. Allie, I'm actually feeling drawn to you. Let me know. Will you confirm that you're still here, my love? She's saying she wants a love reading. What is my path with T? Okay, so you're here. Thank you for confirming that. Okay. Someone's asking, what's more important, forgiveness or resolution? I feel like they go hand in hand. Because forgiveness can lead to resolution. Howdy, howdy. I don't feel like it's like an or situation, this or that. I feel like it's an and, and also where are you at in your own journey? Because sometimes forgiveness, we're not ready to go to forgiveness. But forgiveness does lead to resolution. So I feel like you can have, I almost feel like you can have forgiveness without resolution, so you can forgive someone and there not be a resolve. But you can't have resolution without forgiveness. And not always, maybe not always, because sometimes that situation may not call for forgiveness. But it kind of depends. That's a really interesting, that's a really interesting question. So Flo, let's get into your love reading. I do not do fertility readings. I don't do anything about pregnancy because that can be very, very iffy. Okay, so Flo, I don't know where I need to scroll back to find your picture because I need a picture to connect. Well, I don't need a picture, but there you are. Okay. So Flo, or not Flo, who am I reading for? Flo is my first person. Your name's Serenity. It's not Serenity, but you know who I'm reading for. I got your energy, so love. You said, what is my path with T? So first off, I'm not here to take your power or decide for you or anything like that. So remember, please be empowered in your decisions, your choices. Simply, just because I'm saying something, I'm doing my best to just kind of relay and translate to the best of my abilities what I feel. So know that I don't want to take your power. I'm not here to choose for you. You have to do that ultimately. But I can tell you what I'm feeling when I go down this path with this person. I don't get that it's the greatest match, if I'm being honest. There's some really great points in here. There's some really lovely energies in here. It does feel like there might be some elements of control, and maybe not quite being yourself, walking on eggshells type of thing. And that could be from either standpoint, whether it's yours or theirs. It doesn't feel like this is the one. if you're looking for the one, it doesn't quite feel like this is that person or that like really deep soul connection. I feel, there can be a lot of like stigma and a lot of like unhealthy, dysfunctional projections around the one. But if we're talking in those types of general terms, it doesn't feel like this is the person. Let me, oh, very interesting, very interesting. Third party, under an influence, someone or something else's influence. So it doesn't feel like the greatest connection. Okay, so I'm sorry if that's not what you want to hear. That's just kind of what I'm getting. Again, please be, empowered in your own choices. But that's kind of what I feel. So, if you'd like to go deeper, we can always explore deeper in a private reading. So there's always that option too. Okay. But, in your gut, in your own intuition, follow that first before anything, okay? And I don't remember your name because there is a third party, and it helped clarify if that's what I thought was happening. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's a good match. There's just some really beautiful energies in there, but I get like, no, I don't like that person's energy. Oh, thank you. So I'm glad, Serenity, that helped to confirm and give you some clarity on your own situation. Okay, so let's do some more readings. Erin, you're asking for general. Let's do you. Can you confirm that you're here? You're still here, my love. Erin, Gracie May 33. Or not 33, I think it's 333. 333. Okay, so you're here. All right. I'm going to connect to your picture, your energy. Okay, there you are. You said general. Okay, so when I'm gonna do my best. give me a minute to kind of like calm the energy down, because when I connect to your energy, it feels quite intense. I do get like a more what's the word? Nervous, anxious type energy around you. It feels really uncomfortable. So let me just kind of tune in a little deeper to see if we can kind of suss out what's going on there. So do you, like, I know that like many people will, but do you deal with anxiety or feeling constantly nervous, anxious? I even hear maybe panic attacks. Is that something that you feel dictates or controls your life? Because I get very intense, uncomfortable energy when I tune into you. Anxiety sometimes. I'm a teacher, so it's intense for sure. Okay. So here's the thing. Okay, thank you for because that helps me to like pull forth more information. So actually, for you, what I'm feeling is that what's really important for you that I'm going to invite you to really consider is clearing your energy before you start your day with the kids, however old they are, or it doesn't matter how old, whatever, because you're around a big group of people that is projecting a lot of stuff onto you. So energetically, I feel like energetic hygiene is a very, very big thing for you that's coming through like as a must. Obviously, it's your choice, so please, be empowered in that. If that's something that you feel like doesn't resonate, don't take it. But it does feel like before you go and you work with, as being a teacher, clear your energy field, and after, especially, clear your field of other people's projections, other people's energies, attachments, cords, etc., because it feels like there might be some absorption type dynamics going on that is either zapping, draining, or cording into your energy in a way that doesn't feel the healthiest. Okay, so let me kind of pull a card. Whoa, there's a lot. Okay, there's a lot going on. Yeah. Shadow self. I feel that being projected into your field. Other people's shadows. So really basically everything is a projection of consciousness. We're constantly projecting, but becoming aware of our projections and other people's projections can really help us to understand and become more in, let's see, what's the word? In alignment and in like control of, what we let in from, especially from other people's projections and other people's stuff, because other people project their fears and all of their, where did I put that card? All of their shadows onto people. So yeah. But it does feel like you're being inundated with a lot of people's like shadows, cords, etc. So clearing before and after, especially after, and then maybe even doing like a salt bath to help clear that energy. And this feels like stand up for what you deserve. Own your power, own your energy, and don't allow other people to penetrate, or don't allow yourself to absorb other people's shit, because frankly, you deserve better. Okay? So this is about self-worth. You might actually be, there might be an aspect of you that's actually doesn't feel worthy or doesn't feel a lot of self-worth or a lot of self-esteem. So as to like, people pleasers have this a lot. So if you're a people pleaser, or you identify as like, oh, I help people, more so than I help myself, or I help others before I help myself, it can be an issue of self-worth. So there might be a little bit of healing or some awareness that needs to come in around self-worth. Okay, so I hope that helps you. I can't remember who the heck I was reading for, so I hope that helps you. Let me know how that resonates, and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, thank you so much for being here and allowing me to do what I do. Oh yeah, that's right, Erin. She says thank you so much. You're so welcome. Alba, I did see that you sent in a donation. So if you would like to skip the line, the minimum donation is $20. Okay. Otherwise, I'm just going to consider it, a donation. And if you'd like me to send that back, I'm more than willing to do that. Okay. And the reason I have that bar set there is so that if I'm going to take my time to do that it does feel energetically, the energetic exchange feels equal. Okay, so let me know if you'd like me to send that back, or if you want to cancel that payment. That's totally fine with me. Okay. Oh, she says no, no, it's okay, love. You can. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Um, yeah. So if you would like to skip the line, the minimum donation is 20, and you can do. I have all of the links in my bio. Um, but that's just to keep the energy exchange feeling equal to me. Okay. Okay. So. Okay, TJ, I'm feeling drawn to you. I'm so lost with my ex, Michael. Any clarity is greatly appreciated. Will you confirm that you're still here, my love? And then we'll get to you. Okay? And then in the meantime, I'm going to grab some water. So if you would like a free reading from me, hello, wowies. If you would like a reading, let me know. Basically, just comment your name. I'm going to write this on a little a card. Comment your name and how I can serve you. Is it general? Do you have a question? Love, career? The only thing I don't do is pregnancy. I also do offer mediumship, but mediumship seems to, it might be okay today. We'll see. I just kind of go where I go, and I'm doing as many as I can. So please do not be offended or take it personal if I don't get to you. I'm only one person. Okay, TJ, you did, I do see you. Okay, so I'm going to tune into your energy. Okay. 1 second. So TJ, tuning into your energy first off, before I even tune into this other person's energy. It feels like there's a lot of things that you don't say. I don't know if you're walking on eggshells or whatever, to whatever extent, or like you're swallowing your words or something. There is something that wants to come out that you want to speak, that's being repressed or suppressed. So that's kind of first off. So let me kind of tune into this other person and see, in the kind of like tune into that connection. Okay, so before I begin, again, I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I will tell you kind of what I feel, right? This connection feels very iffy to me. That doesn't mean there's not good parts to it, right? That's not like negating that there aren't good parts or good aspects to this person or to you or to the connection. I get this like, what I feel underneath coming through is, yeah, but like, do you really want to like deal with that? Does it almost feels like it's an issue of self-worth. Again, going back to self-worth, feeling like maybe you don't deserve better on some level, like a certain aspect of you might feel like, I don't deserve better than, this type of relationship, or this type of dynamic playing out, this type of relationship dynamic playing out. So, so kind of feels like, it feels very, very iffy to me. So let me pull a card. Whoa. Okay. Okay, so we got the Hangman in reverse. On hold, resisting surrender, uncertainty. The there's part of you in resistance. You see that resist right there? Right. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. And then we got the Fool. So you got two major arcana in reverse. And reverse doesn't mean like, I don't read tarot the typical way that someone might read that. I just read the energies that are coming to me. But look at that. Holding back, reckless, foolish, lack of faith. That lack of faith kind of sticks out to me. And it does feel like, again, with the holding back, remember I was reading into your throat energy. It just feels like things aren't being said. And it feels like, do you really want to base a relationship off of mistrust? Do you really not want to trust the person? Do you really not want to be honest with a person? You know, and those aren't judgments. They're just awarenesses. You know, literally something to ask yourself. Is that the kind of relationship that you want to build with it, whether it's with this person or not? Okay. So, yeah. So let me know. That's kind of what I get from you. I don't see, oh, yes, and I've been clearing my throat constantly lately. Yeah, typically when we clear our throat, it's like our body always gives us signs, right? And constantly clearing our throat, it could be something that wants to be said, you know, energy that's being repressed. It could mean a lot of things. So intuitively, I just kind of go with, you know, whatever's coming in. But like our bodies will definitely give us the signs. So I hope that helps you. I'm sorry if that's not what you wanted to hear, but that's what came through. And always be empowered in your own choices, right? I'm not here to tell you all the things to do. Okay, so TJ says, you helped me so much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for being here, TJ, and being open. And thank you for allowing me to do what I love to do. So I'm just going to scroll through the comments again. And see, thank you so much for the roses, Pamela. I really appreciate it. Please like the live, share out the live. If you don't follow me, please follow the host. And if you would like to book, you know, a private reading or a healing session with me, all of the links are in my bio. And you can also, you know, kind of read about me and what I do and kind of get a feel for me there as well. So if you would like a free reading, please leave a comment with your name and let me know how I can help you, how I can be of service. So do you have a question? Is it general? Is it love? You know, the only thing I don't do is pregnancy readings. So let me scan through the comments. I did see one that, Amber, are you still here? I think your name was Amber. Amber, aha, there you are. I'm feeling drawn to you. Okay, Amber. Oh, thank you. That's lovely. Thank you for the gifts, y'all. I appreciate it. Okay, Amber. She said general. Okay, there you are. I found you. Okay. Okay, Amber. Tuning into your energy, I feel like you hold a lot of other people's shit on your shoulders. So it feels like Atlas to me. You know, like the old myth about Atlas. how he carried the world on his shoulders. That's what it feels like to me, because it feels like there's so much tension in here that it feels like when I tune into that, it feels like you're carrying other people's problems, other people's stuff, like you have to solve all their stuff. You're not responsible for that, honey. You're not responsible for holding other people's problems or solving other people's problems. Now, if it's something that brings you joy and it feels like really truly in alignment, then do that. But this, I feel like something that it might be time to ask yourself, or ask yourself more, is, does this put me out? Is this self-loving, right? Am I putting others before myself? How often am I doing that? If you're doing that very often, it feels like you do that quite often. And it might be time to really like start saying no and start unburdening yourself. Because you got a lot of like energy here, and it feels like you're carrying like the weight of the world. It's like literally other people's problems and like other things that you might see on the news or social media, and you're like carrying all of this stuff. It's not for you to take in and take on. But you can send love to it and, resolve and without taking it on, because it feels like you got a lot of stuff on your shoulders, and it feels very tense up there. So there we go. So you got the 5 cups, unwelcome change, loss, resisting, grief, emotional baggage, mourning, sadness. It feels like, if this is not your stuff, you're definitely carrying other people's stuff. Then you got the Tower in reverse. Stall, delaying the inevitable. Okay, resisting again, and then the same different card, same word. Resisting. I don't know if she said anything else. You said how. I wasn't looking at the comments, so I'm not sure what you were referring to. How do you? I'm not sure. Maybe if you can clarify that for me, we can go from there. But I'm just kind of tuning into this. Yeah, I just keep taking everybody else's stuff on as your own. Oh, how do you unburden? One of the main things that's coming through for me right now is self-love, starting there. Is it self-loving to take other people's stuff on as your own? Feeling like you have to solve the world's problems or everybody else's around you's problems. Is that self-loving? No, because where do you fit in? Where do you get to, where do you fit in? Where do you get to meet your own needs? Where do you fit into that, that equation? So starting with self-love. And then also the other side of this is understanding that when we take other people's problems and feel like we have to solve all of them, we're actually disempowering them. And that's something, myself, I had to learn the hard way. My mom did so much for me, but like in a lot of the things that she was wanting to do through love and through taking care of me, she actually disempowered me, because I never got to learn how to do a lot of things for myself that I'm now fucking learning to do at, 40 some odd years old. And so if we're taking other people's stuff on, and burdens on as a form of like love. I gotta love you. I gotta do all the things and all the whatever. We can actually be disempowering them, and in turn disempowering like the whole situation. So it's a whole thing, but I do feel start with self-love. You know, asking yourself, is it self-loving to put this person before myself or take on all of these burdens for myself? You know, where do I get to fit in? Because it feels like you might be resisting parts of yourself that you don't want to look at, or you don't want to see, or you don't want to go there. That's the resistance part that I'm actually feeling show up for you. Okay. So we can definitely go into that with like a deeper reading, but that's kind of all that I'm going to share there. I hope that helps. Start with self-love, 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 self-love. And yeah, let me know how that resonates. It looked like it was kind of resonating for you. So, so let's go into more readings. Someone said great advice. Good afternoon. It's so interesting when others want to come in and try to hijack your life. It's really interesting. Okay. So if you would like a free reading, let me know your name. Let me know how I can help you today, how I can be of service. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people like to do that. Sometimes Kim says, sometimes I like to just come in and listen. Yeah, I like to do that on other people's lives too. I just like to come in, listen. I don't like necessarily comment. So hi to the non-commenters out there. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for saying that. Someone says you have a great spirit about you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for that beautiful comment. Oh, and Amber says, thank you. You're right on the nose, but my job is putting others first, healthcare. Yeah, and that's great. You know, that doesn't mean that we don't put others first at all, you know, especially if it's your job. But in your personal life, where do you get to fit in? Because it feels like almost like that might bleed through. Like your job becomes your personal life, and you know, you start putting others. So like it's like, where does Amber come in? You know, where does she get to come in and be, you know, the queen, the goddess? Where do you get to be loved and, you know, nurtured and your needs taken care of? So it's important. There's always a balance. I always tell people there's always a balance. So it's beautiful. And thank you for being in healthcare. So like, thank you. I want to honor you and thank you for doing that. At the same time, it is about like just finding that balance for you, that you're not, because it feels like you take on a lot of people. Maybe clearing your energy too might be a really good idea, because you're working with a lot of people during the day. So you might be taking on all of those burdens energetically. So a nice salt bath at the end of the day, really clear out all of that shit, and setting the intention to clear everybody else's stuff, that's anything that's not yours, from your field. So that might help. So energetic hygiene might be a really good thing for you too, Amber. Okay, so let's get into some more readings. Thank you for commenting. There's a lot of different ways to clear energy. Maybe I'll do a series on how to clear energy, but like there's a lot of different ways. So like YouTube is a very awesome tool to look at all the things. But you can do that with the violet flame. You can do that with a simple salt bath, like I said, like Epsom salt, sea salt, Himalayan pink salt. if I have them all, I'll put them all in the bath. But a simple bath or even a shower, clear, and just the intention to clear other people's stuff out of your system is going to help immensely. Okay. Okay. Scrolling through the comments. Thank you guys for being here and paying attention to, or not paying, well, paying attention, but like just hanging out. Okay, so let's get into Miles. I actually feel you, and you're saying general. Hi, Oak Flower. How are you, my love? So, Miles, will you confirm that you're still here for me? Just so that I'm not, talking about myself. Okay, there you are. Okay, Miles. So let me. Okay, there you are. Yeah. So just bear with me while I kind of tune into this energy. Yeah, okay. All right. So what I'm kind of feeling, I had to kind of feel into it and figure out what was going on. But I keep getting this shiver. And the shiver is almost like wanting to get something off your back. And then what I was starting to hear was like monkey on your back. And then that shiver came in again. It's like get off. It's almost like this other issue that keeps coming back. It's like I can't, and it feels like something deeper. So let me kind of just tune in a little bit more. What is this? It feels like a heavier issue. I'm not really getting like something that's specific right now. But what I do feel when I tune into it, I feel a lot of resistance, almost like this shadow is on your back. And that can be a lot of different things, or even perceived as a lot of different things. But it does feel like a deeper issue that keeps coming back no matter what you do, no matter, it just feels like this, like, ugh, ah. It makes me shiver every time I tune into the energy. So let me pull a card to see if I can get any further like clarity around it. Whoa. Okay. Okay. So we got the Five of Cups again, and it's unwelcome change. We get loss, resisting, grief kind of pops out, like is illuminated in my head. Mourning, sadness. So emotional baggage and grief are kind of what stick out to me in my head. Oh, okay. All right. So this thing that you can't get rid of, whether it's like an issue, like say it's an addictive behavior or whatever, that thing on your back, this energetic, shadowy thing that I feel like this monkey on your back that I feel, it's manifesting because there's emotions that need to be processed, whether it's grief. I think it's grief. I'm gonna do my best to get through this reading, but it feels like either some type of grief or emotional baggage that needs to be processed and actually felt, because it's manifesting as either an addictive behavior or something that, like, no matter what you do, it keeps coming back. It's like an issue, like something, like I would say something more along the lines of an addictive kind of behavior, etc. Oh, I had a miscarriage recently. Okay, with my girlfriend. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. I really feel, really allow yourself to process and grieve what's going on there. All of the things, whether it's as a couple, individually, and both. Whatever feels good to you in the moment, let yourself feel those feelings. It's very important. Because it's heavy. It is heavy. And it really just needs to be felt. It just wants to be felt. And the more you feel it, the more you feel it. And there's a balance there. You want to feel it and also be able to come out of it, to do things or whatever. It's a balancing act for sure, but you definitely want to feel it without getting stuck in it. And giving your girlfriend support, the support she needs, and the support you need, emotional support, and allowing you both to kind of grieve that. So definitely feel those feelings, because it's coming up in your reading for a reason. That sadness that morning. And is there anything else? The main message here is feel your feelings, because that allows, the only way out is through. Okay, does that make sense? The only way out is through. The only way out of the emotional heaviness is to feel them. Okay, so I hope that, he says, I appreciate you so much. Wow, that's tough. Yeah, it is. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you guys have experienced that, and all of the comfort that you guys need. And if anybody would like to send love and comfort to Miles's, situation, then please, please do. You're so welcome. Thank you for being here, and thank you for opening up about that. Definitely feel your feelings, and allow yourself to grieve, because that process is very, very important. Okay. All right. So thank you, Miles, for that very, very deep reading. And thank you for being open to sharing. So let's do... I'm actually kind of curious to do this one. Christina, you're saying career, love. Will I hit the lottery? Which one? You got to pick one. Pick one. Like we could go through all three of those in a more private, in-depth reading. But if you want to be here, I encourage you to pick one. Okay. Okay. She says lottery. I knew that's what you were gonna pick. I knew it. Okay. So let's just tune into that. Okay. I know you don't have a picture, but that helps me. Your little circle helps me to, like, just tune into your energy. So, okay, she says lottery. Got hair everywhere. Okay, so Christina. Okay. There you are. So tuning into the lottery. Okay, so there's some things that come up here with this. I actually had to search for your energy quite a bit before I actually fully connected. And that kind of is an indicator to me that you like to hide. You don't like to be a lot in like the limelight. You kind of shy away. You might shy away from being in the light, being in the spotlight, and having others really recognize and see you. And so when I tune in, then when I tune into like the lottery thing, it does feel like it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like a good probability there. And I'll tell you why. Because it feels like a lot of people have this around the lottery. um, because it feels like it's a power thing, feeling powerless, and almost giving too much power to something like the lottery to change your life when actually you are the one that has all of that power to do so. And that's not saying or trying to invalidate or dismiss how like the lottery, winning the lottery would be freaking life changing, because it definitely would, right? But it does feel like a power thing, feeling disempowered, not feeling empowered, and even giving your power away to something like the lottery and feeling like that might be the only way that you could change your circumstances and change your life, when really it's because you feel powerless and you feel really, really disconnected to your power. And because at the beginning of it, when I was saying, it kind of goes back to the beginning of it, what I was saying, you feel like I kind of had to search for your energy, because it feels like you don't want to be in the light. There does feel like there is an aspect of you that resists being in the light and resists being in her power, because that's a scary thing to do. And that we can reject power for countless of reasons. So the questions I would ask you is, what is your relationship to power? Like, what comes to mind? Where do you feel disempowered in your life? And how can you feel, or how can you step into or shift into feeling more powerful and embracing and accepting that you are indeed a powerful, powerful creator of your own life, and of your own destiny, so to speak, and realizing like you don't need, like, again, not dismissing that the lottery would be life changing, but you don't need that shit in order to change your life. Okay, so this is a big reading around like power. Okay, so let me pull a card and see where we are with that. Yep. That makes a lot of sense. So you got resolution, harmony restored. This feels like where your soul, where your spirit is guiding you to embrace, accept your power, and to maybe bring awareness to where any parts within you where you're rejecting your power. And this is, what is this? This is the Six of Coins in reverse. Feeling undervalued, one-sided, unpaid debts, dependence. Dependence is big here. That's kind of what's highlighted in my head. Feeling undervalued, feeling undervalued, that kind of, it ties into feeling unworthy, and that all of that value, worth, ties into money. So it's really interesting that you're asking about the lottery. I mean, it's interesting to me, and it's also not surprising that you would be asking about the lottery, about money, because you're feeling undervalued, and that ties into money. It's not an accident. It's not an accident why we use all of the terms for money that we do. appreciation, like money appreciating. Money has a value. Money has worth. So it's there is no accident there. So maybe ask yourself those questions that I was kind of throwing out there, and you know, where can you embrace and accept that you are powerful? You are that powerful. And if being in your power attracts you to the right lottery numbers and it tracks you to winning that, then at least you're then in your power, right? So this is more about power, and it feels like you might be rejecting your power and also rejecting money. So right now it's not in alignment, but if you shift into a timeline or into a version of yourself where you do feel more embracing, accepting, and powerful and empowered, that could come in, but at least then you'd be in your power. Does that make sense? Okay, so thank you for being here and allowing me to read for you. I can't remember who I was reading for. I have the worst memory. Thank you for the gift, Antonia. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Okay, I'm not seeing. Okay, so let's do a couple more readings. Happy Friday. And if I don't get to you, don't take it personal. I will be back next Tuesday with more readings. I feel like I need something on my lips. Okay. Ooh, flowers. Thank you. Okay, so I'm just like, where are you taking me next, Spirit? Yeah, I'm actually feeling you, Megan. And she says general. And please feel free to correct me if, I assume your pronouns and you'd like to correct me. Please feel free to correct me. We all inclusive here, so I want to respect people's orientation as much as I can. So Megan, will you please confirm for me that you're here? Okay, she's here. Like, I swear that you read my mind. Okay. Okay, so Megan, let me see your beautiful face. There you are. Okay. 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 So the biggest thing I get first off, excuse me, the first thing I get first off, Megan, when I tune into your energy is it's all about timing. What about timing? Because I hear tick tock, tick tock. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So it almost feels like it feels like there's almost this what is this? This anxiousness to go, do, get the things, like do the things, be successful. I'm trying my best to translate the energy here, but it feels like being very anxious and like moving the things forward, trying to progress throughout life, be successful, all the things. But like the reminder here is like, it's all about timing. All of the things, you could have all of your ducks in a row. It could all be perfect and immaculate. Yet if the timing is off or the timing isn't there, it's gonna mess up everything, especially if you try to force something when the timing is off. And that's something that especially if you live in the Western world, that our society is built around. Go, 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 do. Force, force, force. But we're actually learning, we're remembering that like timing is a big part of that. Like it can seem really insignificant. And yes, there are times when you got to push. You got to push a little harder. You got to do the things, but there is a balance between understanding, like discerning whether it's time to push a little bit harder or whether it's time to like wait. Okay. But the big thing here is remembering timing. Like you can push all the things all the time, but if the timing isn't there, it's not going to work, because that is one of the biggest factors in manifestation that people don't really understand, or maybe overlook, or maybe aren't aware of at all. So it's like timing. And what's more specific is following your own rhythm, following your own timing, not society's timing of when it says you need to be doing that, or whatever programming is running from that, like, oh, I need to go, I need to do the things. Really dropping down and following the internal timing that's intuitional, that's intuitive, that you feel. Okay. One way to really understand this is to look at nature. It doesn't force anything. Every year we have, all of the different seasons depending on where you live, but the seasons happen no matter what, and it's all about timing. Okay. The leaves, everything starts to bud in spring, and that's the timing of it. Things start to, the leaves start to fall in autumn, in fall, because that's the timing of it. So it's understanding and coming back to your own natural rhythm and deprogramming, deconditioning the mind, and dropping any programs that aren't serving you, or that you're still operating on, like, it needs to be done, because it feels like I gotta go, I gotta do all the things, but like this rushing past and trying to get everything done, it takes you out of your flow, it takes you out of your rhythm, and it also distracts you from understanding and attuning to your natural rhythm. Does that make sense? That's what I feel for you. So let's pull a card to see, kind of if there's any other, like, if there's any other things that want to come through. We got the Queen of Cups. Do you see that where it says in the flow? Be in your flow, my love. Be in your flow. Emotionally connected is another thing that really sticks out to me here, is being emotionally connected and intuitive, and then that will help connect you to that flow. Because she's not rushing. She's in her flow. She's doing her thing. Yet all the things will happen in their own timing. What is this? Ace of Swords. Insight and awareness, epiphany, clarity, force. You say where it says force? Stop forcing. Okay, I just wanted to see what the other side of it was. I feel like dropping in and really understanding, or maybe setting the intention to really attune to your own timing, your own rhythm, will help create that clarity, that epiphany, and kind of bring in like truth, vision, etc. And even focus. Do you see that? That focus. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Let me know in the comments how that resonates. And if it doesn't resonate, that's cool too. And let's do maybe a couple more here. And so if you would like a free reading from me, let me know in the comments. Leave a comment with your name. And let me know how I can serve you. If you have a question, if you'd like a general reading, love, health, career. The only thing I don't do is pregnancy readings. I also do mediumship, but like I don't feel, because the eclipse is coming. Yesterday it was really draining me. It was super, super draining me. So I'm like, well, do I want to do that? But if you would like to do like, if you would like to sit for me, because I'm not new to mediumship itself, I've always definitely been very connected to spirits, like being able to feel them, perceive them, etc. But I am new to how to like relay that information. So if you would like to have a free like sitting, if that's something that interests you, in exchange for like your testimonial and maybe like a post, a video or something to share with your friends, family, followers, then please reach out to me through my either my social or my email, infinitelove@gmail.com. Okay, all lowercase. Because that's something that I do want to cultivate and refine. Okay, so let's do some more readings here. And if, please share out the live, double tap the screen. And if you do not follow me yet, please follow me. Brandy, I'm feeling you, my dear. Let's go with you. Brandy, General. First, will you confirm that you're here? Let me know. And in the meantime, I'll get some water. Okay, Brandy's here. Thank you for confirming for me, love. Okay, so I'm going to tune into your energy. Okay, so you're asking General. Okay. Yeah, okay. Getting a lot of things. Getting a lot of things. Bear with me. Again, with the throat, it comes in right away. So right now I kind of feel like you're going through a pretty significant, although the word I feel like I'm hearing is massive, pretty significant or massive throat chakra activation. So activating truth, your authentic expression, and power. This is part of our power center. This is one of the, big power centers. I mean, they all are, all 7, but this is a really big center where people tend to be and feel very disempowered, and they suppress a lot of feelings here. So it does feel like there's quite a bit of energy here that wants to be released. So speaking your truth, and it's not just about speaking the truth. There's a balance there, knowing what's appropriate, when it's appropriate to say, really refining that power center and being able to discern when it's appropriate to say what. And sometimes we learn that through speaking our mind all the time and getting whatever feedback we get from that. So it does feel like when I tune into your energy, big major throat chakra activation, and like speaking your truth, being authentic, being vulnerable. Vulnerable is something that actually lights up in my head, is actually being more vulnerable. It doesn't mean you have to be vulnerable all the time, to everyone. Again, there's a discernment there, but opening up, being more vulnerable, and letting people see you for you. And there's also an aspect of being empowered in that as well, coming in with this, like this big, massive, like throat center activation that's coming in. So what I get for you is, if you don't drink like warm liquids, I'm feeling things like tea, natural, I'm someone that drinks like all tea. And if I do coffee I drink everything like just straight like that. So it feels like minimal, minimal additives, minimal like sugar, minimal whatever, but like teas to help, green tea or whatever kind of other tea that you might be called to, or like you feel like, oh yeah, I want to try this, to kind of help soothe this and open it up and soften it and relax, to help open that up and help that activation and all of that energy kind of begin to move through, as well as hydration. So like hydrating with water, good quality water and tea, um, to help and to support you in this like massive throat activation, an activation of power. Okay. So it's interesting. We get creative spark, bubbling under the surface. That creativity, I mean, yes, it's definitely associated with the sacral. It's also associated here. Creativity, expression. Creativity is an avenue of expression. So it does feel, again, like we're confirming that that needing an outlet. Do you see that? I didn't even see that. Needing an outlet. Needing an outlet. That energy that is here, that's been suppressed, it needs to be expressed. So finding a way to express your voice in ways that feel authentic and vulnerable and like just in alignment to who you are and who you are becoming. Okay. So I hope that that helps you, Brandy. She says claim. So so yeah. So it looks like that resonates a bit. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being on the live. Thank you for hanging out. Let's do 1 or 2 more readings. Yeah, Brandy says thank you, spot on. Thank you for being here, my dear. I appreciate you. Okay. I'm just looking through the comments. Okay. This is the other one that I seen that I was actually called to. Courtney says, is Gus playing hard to get because he likes me? I can already tell that's going to bring up some stuff. Okay, so be ready. Courtney, we're coming to you. Okay? Okay, there you are. This is going to bring up some stuff. I can already tell you. I don't know how I know, but that's clear cognizance. So it feels like it's going to bring up some stuff. Okay? It's going to activate. We're going to activate some stuff. And maybe trigger it a little bit. So I hope you're ready. So there's definitely some very interesting dynamics going on between you and this person, you and Gus, right? Do they necessarily feel the healthiest? No. They feel, it feels like there's a lot of game playing here, and I don't like it. To be honest. The questions that come up here is that honestly the kind of relationship that you want to have with someone, where you're playing games? Because to me, when I think of playing games, it means you're especially when it comes to relationships, it means that on some level you feel like you can't be honest. You have to play these games that are manipulative, and to try to like say the things when you could just be honest and you can be straightforward. I'm just kind of listening. Again, always be empowered in your own decisions. I'm not here to take your power. So feel free to not take any of this. It just doesn't, it doesn't feel like there's a definite attraction, but it actually feels like it's because you've established a dynamic in relationships that it's not the healthiest. It feels like there's definitely something around playing games that it's like, ooh, that's exciting. It's almost like a thrill of the hunt type of thing. But like when I tune into your spirit, it's like, I don't really want to play games. I want somebody that is honest and trustworthy, and where I can actually be myself. And this relationship or this connection to this person feels like what it's bringing up is these patterns that were established, you know, in early developmental stages. That it's like, oh, this is exciting. Oh, you know, I like the flirty, because there is a difference between being flirty and also being like being flirty and playing games, and then being flirty and being honest and open and vulnerable. You know, there's a difference. There's a difference, as there's a distinction within the flirty energy. Because I definitely get like, this is exciting. This kind of like, it's kind of a bit of a turn on, but that's because there's an initial relationship pattern that was established early on that is creating this like excitement. But when you really get down to it, into your values, you want to feel like you can trust the person, that they're honest, and you guys can be vulnerable with each other. And this person doesn't feel like, he feels like he wants to play games, and he's reflecting that to you. He's reflecting to you this part of yourself that is still operating on that level. Okay. And so that's when you can go into like talking about healing and like awareness around this. But that's what it feels like. It's activating. Okay. Whoa. there's some things coming in. Okay. On the top, on the surface, consciously, this is what it feels like you want. Collaboration, active listening, teamwork, right? And then we got, what is this? Five of Wands in reverse. Harmony, situations resolve, finding common ground, solutions. And look at that. They're playing a game. Just, what is the resolve here? If you guys can come together in a way of like being honest with each other without playing like a lot of games, being honest, straightforward, and to the point, that can help bring resolution, harmony, being candid, inner strength, right? I feel like if you can initiate a conversation, being straightforward, saying what you want, initiating that space, like without playing games or being manipulative and sneaky in that sense, there can be a very, very beautiful connection here. But if you continue to play these games and manipulate each other in that way, I don't feel it going, I feel it going in a more dysfunctional, unhealthy route. Okay. That's what I feel. Okay. So let me know how that resonates. And yeah, let's do maybe one more. Okay. Um, Thank you for the roses, Ella. I really appreciate that. No, oh yeah, Eloise. Eloise. I don't know if it's Ella Louise or Eloise, but thank you, my love. I really appreciate that. Okay, so there might be one or two more here. But if I haven't gotten to you today, please know that I will be back next Tuesday with readings. Courtney, what does your intuition tell you? Stop playing games. What does your intuition tell you? Just ask him. Just ask him. Say, hey, if you like him, if you dig him, like, hey, I like you. I dig you. Do you like me? Stop playing games. And I mean that with all the love. I was feeling, let's see, do I want to? Yeah, I'm feeling not to do mediumship today. Because I really wanted to tune in for you, Ella Louise. But what I'm hearing from my guides is not today. It's gonna drain you. It drained the shit out of me yesterday. You're so welcome, Courtney. She says, thank you. Okay, let's do Lacey. She says general, right? Is that what you said? Yeah, Lacey. So Lacey, general. Confirm that you are here, my dear. I do have your, there you are. Okay, so you're here, Lacey. Thank you for confirming. So I'm just going to listen for a minute or a moment. Okay. I'm just listening, listening and deciphering what's going on here. Okay. Tuning into your energy, it feels like there's quite a bit going on here. So it feels like there is some dynamics, some energetic dynamics going on here that they feel a bit draining is the word that I hear. Draining. It feels like wanting to simply wash my hands of things, but also maybe not recognizing there's an energetic pattern playing out. And when I say energetic pattern, it could be a behavioral pattern. Those are energetic patterns. Oh, excuse me. We're bringing some stuff up, and we're starting to clear some stuff. Um, but it does feel like I want to wash my hands of things. I don't want to deal with things, but also not recognizing or maybe not having a lot of awareness around how you're still playing out certain behaviors or certain patterns of thought that are recreating the thing that you want to like wash your hands of. Like, I want to be free. I want to be free. Um, but like, you got to bring awareness around internal awareness around where you're still playing this out. I'm just kind of listening to see what that is because I'm not getting what that is just yet. I keep being brought to the heart. And there's a couple of things I feel around the heart. I feel, what was the first thing? There is defense, feeling defensive, feeling that you need to defend who you are, defend, how you act or how you think, or like feeling like you have to defend your character. And then, like, almost like a putting up of walls. Like, I don't want to have to deal with that, rinse myself. However, not understanding, not being aware that these are just these are just patterns that you're playing out from, or like, again, early developmental stages that somebody modeled for you, or that you inherited through your history, through your ancestral line, or that you've seen certain people like playing out certain dynamics and you made that mean something. So whatever way, for whatever reason, that that's was established, you're this feels a bit more complex, to be honest, because it feels like there's other things that play into it. Maybe other belief systems, beliefs that you have, or identities, like how you identify, like personality wise, personality structure, your ego. It feels like there's quite a bit that's actually feeding into, feeling defensive or feeling like you need to defend your character, that might need to be unwound or, reckoned with, reconciled, looked at, be made aware of. So I'm just going to ask if there's any other like questions or whatever that you can kind of work with. Okay, one of the first questions that I get is, why do I feel the need to defend myself? Why do I feel the need to defend myself? And where do I feel unsafe? Because when we feel unsafe, or when we feel we need to defend or protect ourselves, it's because we feel unsafe. We feel insecure. We feel unstable. So this kind of feels like there's quite a bit to be unraveled, but tuning into these questions, asking where you feel unsafe, or maybe where you feel insecure, that you feel like, I need to like defend my character or how I behave or whatever, and I need to maybe even go into over explaining who I am or what my character is. Those questions might help you find some clarity and begin to unravel some of this, because it feels quite complex. When I'm looking at it in my mind's eye, it feels like, you know, a lot of different cords. They almost look like ribbon to me, coming from a lot of different places, and they're all tangled up in the middle. That's what it kind of feels like. So I'm gonna pull a card here. Okay, yeah. So we actually have the World in reverse. Shortcuts. That's what it feels like. Like I just want to wash my hands, and I just want to shortcut out of here and bypass the things. But that's going to then result in delays, and also lack of completing the whole pattern and resolving that pattern, stagnation, disappointment. So it actually feels like wanting to wash your hands of the whole thing feels like you're trying to take a shortcut or bypass the healing that wants to come, the awareness that wants to come, the I would say just overall awareness that wants to come in for you, that your spirit wants to show you. Okay, so that's kind of what I get without going into it too deeply, because that feels like it's quite, it ties into a lot of other things. So let me know how that resonates. And I honestly, I can't even remember who I was. Oh, okay. Yeah, Lacey. Yeah, I feel like I'm in knots. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you feel, to be honest, before I started my healing journey, after I had my spiritual awakening, it was like, oh great, this is awesome, beautiful, lovely. I hit a fucking wall, and then I realized, holy shit, I need to like heal myself, because I had been running and running and running for so long, all of my life, for like 15-20 years. And I realized, if I don't heal myself, I'm going to kill myself. And that can be really harsh to hear, but it was the truth. And so you feel like I felt at that time. I'm not talking about like the killing the self, like suicide or anything like that. I'm not saying that that's where you're at. But energetically, it feels like there's a lot of things that need to be unwound, untangled, so that you can find clarity within yourself, because it feels like you're all tangled up within yourself. And so I wish you so much love and compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Don't be harsh on yourself. You're figuring it out, right? So I wish you all of the support that you require on your journey. And with that, thank you so much, Lacey, for allowing me to read for you. If I didn't get to you today, please join me next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday. Join me next Tuesday for more free readings. And if you would like to book a private, in-depth reading or healing session, you can do that through the links in my bio. And if you would like to read about me on my website and kind of figure out like who I am, what I do, you can also find that on my website. And so thank you guys so much for hanging out and allowing me to do what I do. And I will see you next Tuesday. Have a beautiful, lovely weekend, and so much infinite love and blessings. Until then, bye.